Please welcome Jennie Garth. Jennie! Hey, girl, you look so beautiful. We love you. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, and I'm such a fan, I even almost called you Kelly in the intro.
I heard you call me.
I did, because I have to say,
It's
like,
okay.
well, I fan out because I don't think I've ever missed an episode of Beverly Hills 90210. I loved it so much. Like, I grew up with y'all. So, Jennie, does it freak you out when people just, like, completely fan out on you?
No, I get freaked out because I think, oh, am I doing something weird? That's why they're looking at me weirdly? You know what I mean? Like, but no, I'm so lucky. I have the most wonderful fans, like friends, I don't know. Yeah. I just love them so much, and they've followed me through my whole career.
Yeah.
Their support keeps me going. I mean, people say that all the time, but it's so true. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't be here without them.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And I know that you attended a fan event recently, and someone got a Kelly Taylor tattoo put on right in front of you. Like, what was that like?
Yeah, well, that's a little weird. Full honesty, it was actually an I Choose Me tattoo.
Yeah.
So I was actually kind of proud that they were getting that message,
Right.
and then they were going to be able to see that every day. But I've had people get my face tattooed or my signature.
Wow, but you didn't have to stand there and watch it, because that's like, just to watch it.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot of pressure, you know, when
When they put it...
they make me sign them.
Really?
And then they tattoo over my signature.
Over your signature. Oh, that's love.
Yeah.
That is love. I'm gonna tell you, you know, that is so wild. And I know that, you know, people have come here in the studio audience because they knew that you were coming, and they were fans. They were fans of yours. And now that we're talking about, like, tattoos, is there any... Clap if you have a tattoo of Jennie Garth somewhere on your body. It's two people clapping. You're clapping, sir. You actually have a tattoo? What do you have? Can I see it? What do you... Like, raise your... What does it say?
It's her signature.
It's her signature? Oh, my gosh! You know, and it's so funny because he's got the tattoo on his arm, because your most famous line, Kelly's most famous line, was I Choose Me. And I Choose Me is the name of your podcast. So what is the podcast about?
Well, it is about just putting women, people, anybody that listens to it into that mindset of choosing themselves, knowing that I'm always an option to put myself first sometimes.
Yes.
And we need that.
On your podcast, congratulations on your podcast. Okay, you did something very, very brave. You brought your ex-husband, you asked your ex-husband, Peter Facinelli, to come on your podcast so that you guys could talk about your divorce. Now, I could see this going way left.
Yeah.
Were you nervous at all?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, because we didn't talk.
Yeah.
You know, on a friend basis. We talked about the kids, and we really only text each other for about 9 or 10 years.
Right.
And you know, we made it look like it was all rainbows and unicorns, but it wasn't. And I just felt that it was right to be honest with people and let them know that we really struggled through that journey. And you know, so many people are dealing with divorce, and how do I get along with co-parent with this person for the rest of my life, basically. You have to, you know, learn how to like that person again. And I think by doing the podcast, we talked for the first time about our real feelings. I know he certainly did. Like, I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, but I just said, I just gave him a mic, and then he started talking and about things I'd never heard.
So how are you now?
We are friends.
Really?
Like, it did something.
Girl.
Yeah, the girls were so happy too.
Because I gotta tell you, I've been married and divorced twice, and either one of those ex-husbands will never get on the microphone with me. But I understand. I want to listen to your podcast because maybe there's something in there that I can do.
Yeah.
Because we don't talk, we text.
Right.
We text about Jeffrey. We don't talk.
And it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, we have had the time, you know, to really go our separate ways and enjoy both of our separate lives. And our girls are just such a uniting factor for
Right.
us. We both love them so much.
Okay.
So it feels natural. Now, we just worked out together the other day, you know, like.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
not kidding. We're
Well,
friends.
you're going a little too far for me, but I'm gonna work on that. Just trying to talk. Thank you for that inspiration. I love this. You keep reinventing yourself, and I'm a fan of yours on QVC because I got a lot of your Christmas ornaments. You and Tori Spelling, but you also have a clothing line out on QVC, and it's called Me. So how is that? Like, what inspired you to have a clothing line and call it Me out of all things?
Well, that's me measuring someone there. It's a very glamorous life. Well, you know, the opportunity came. I was in a place in my life where I didn't know what was next for me. I was entering into the new 50s chapter, and I couldn't get a job. Like, no jobs were coming my way, and I didn't have the ambition or drive to go find them.
Yeah.
And so I just decided it was time to pivot and put my attention somewhere else and let my creativity flourish. And this has been so rewarding. And we just launched, it's called Me by Jennie Garth. We just launched on QVC in July, and I just did our third drop a couple days ago. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's so, I just want to ask you, because when you talk about being 50, that's a hard age, especially those of us, we're in Hollywood, and especially people who got you in at Kelly and they've locked you in at that age. So to be turning 50, how did you get to be okay with that? That I don't want to say you've embraced it, but you're okay with being 50.
I mean, what, do I have another option? Right?
Yeah. It's like, because when I turned 50, it was one of the worst days of my life. I felt like, oh God, everything is over. I'm not gonna get any roles anymore. And my friend made a book of people in my life, and they had a picture, and they wrote a letter to me of what I meant to them. And I realized, you know what? Being 50, I'm here to keep inspiring people.
Yes.
Like, it's not a doomsday sentence.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that that's one of the cool things about this whole I Choose Me thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And by offering women, you know, clothing that they can feel confident in themselves, helps them make that first choice in the morning where they think about, how do I want to look today? How do I want to feel?
Yes. I love it. Jennie, thank you. And you gave me a denim jacket. Thank you from your line. Y'all, make sure you listen to Jennie's podcast, I Choose Me. I'm going straight to the one with you and your ex-husband and see what y'all were talking about. And Jennie's QVC clothing line, Me by Jennie Garth, is available right now. And we'll be right back. Jennie Garth.
We're gonna